So there's a lot of talk today about how to invest in real estate, and a lot of people are looking to get rental properties to buy and invest in to create passive income. So it's definitely a great idea, but not all rental properties are created equal. So there's two words you want to focus on to make sure if it makes financial sense: cash and flow. I'm Melanie Thomas with eXp Realty, and I'm about to share a couple of things that you can do to calculate to make sure you're making a wise financial decision. So the first thing you want to do when you are looking at a rental property to purchase to try to figure out if it's going to be something that is income generating or not is, what are the expenses? So of course, if you have a mortgage, you're going to have to factor in the mortgage payment. Even if you pay cash, you're still going to have ongoing recurring expenses that occur every month. So you want to calculate, what are the property taxes? If there's an HOA, you have to factor that in. You'd be responsible for paying that unless you're going to pass that on to the tenant, which is not typical. You have to factor in if the unit is not occupied all year round. It's not necessarily going to be rented 12 months a year. If somebody moves out early or gets evicted, whatever the case may be, you're going to have to factor in potential months of vacancy where you're going to have to carry the cost without any income coming in. Factor in whether you're going to use a property manager or not. Think about that. If you have multiple rental properties, if you're trying to manage them yourself, that can become a grind. So you might want to hire someone to manage the properties and deal with the tenants for you to get a buffer between you and the tenants. That's going to come at a cost as well. So you want to factor in all of these expenses before you just say, oh, I can get $2,000 a month rent. That's not going to be your net profit. So the formula is, take your gross profit, which is the rent receipts that you receive, subtract all your expenses, and that's how you calculate your cash flow. After you've done all your calculations, if the end result is a negative number, then that's the property you want to walk away from. It makes no sense to own a property that you're actually going to have to put money into every month instead of collecting profit. So if you need help assessing whether a rental property is the right deal for you, contact somebody like myself. I'm always here to help, to do an analysis, let you know what the current rents in the neighborhood are, what you can expect to project going forward. Those are the kind of things you really want to do your due diligence on. Buying a rental property sounds like a good idea, but it can turn into a money pit if you don't have the right guidance. So that's it for now. I hope you got a little bit of insight on what you should consider if you're going to consider dipping your toes into the investor market as a landlord. It's not all that it's cracked up to be sometimes, so be careful out there. This is Melanie Thomas. Until next time, keep thinking outside the box. Talk to you soon.